Good morning. I'm Willie Lawson. This is the morning report. You know, really, I'm not warming up to a soft open. What we're going to talk about today, and people who know me know that I'm really hard to rattle. I'm hard to get upset. It's difficult for me to get overly emotional about anything really that doesn't have something to do with someone that I know personally or my own self. But her name was Larisha Thompson. She was a mother, sister, friend, a woman of 40 living in Lancaster, South Carolina. She's working two jobs, trying to raise her children and just make ends meet, like so many people in this country. Just I mean, that in itself doesn't make her seem special. That in itself makes her seem normal, like millions of other people. And what you don't know is that on May 2nd of this year, she was murdered, gunned down, randomly, it seems, in an attempted robbery while she was just going to see a friend. And who killed her? 6 males, all illegal aliens. Did you hear what I said? All illegal aliens from Honduras. There were 3 adults, and there were 3 minors. One as young as 13 years old. They were all tied to a gang. They were all armed, and they were all lawless. So you think that her name would be on every network. You think that Don Lemon would come out of retirement for this one. You think that Al Sharpton would be there marching with his megaphone. You think that Maxine Waters would be on TV screaming and yelling into a microphone. You think that Black Lives Matter would be flooding the streets. But what you've already seen is no. What you've already seen is nothing. Nothing. A lot of you didn't even know about it until I just mentioned it to you just now. So let's get one thing clear. Larisha Thompson's life mattered. But apparently, she didn't fit the script. She didn't, support the narrative. She wasn't killed by a white cop. She wasn't resisting arrest on some live stream. She wasn't a convenient martyr for the left's race industry. No. She was a hardworking Black mother killed by 6 illegal aliens, all in the country thanks to a system that refuses to defend our border, thanks to a system that has Debbie Wasserman Schultz from Florida going to visit some detainees to make sure that they're okay. Because of that, her name won't be chanted. Her photo won't be on murals on walls everywhere. She'll have no statue. Her family won't get millions. No shoe deal, no hashtag, no nothing. She'll be buried by her children. Quiet. The suspects, all Honduran nationals. They were all here in this country illegally. ICE has already confirmed it. The Department of Homeland Security placed detainers. Ballistic tests matched the gun used to a previous armed robbery attempt by the same group of monsters. They coordinated their violence over WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a very, very popular app, especially outside of the US. I don't think it's as popular here as it is in other parts of the world. It was organized, it was intentional. These weren't kids stealing some candy. They were a gang style criminal hunting Americans. And they took Larisha's life. And you want to talk about injustice? That's it. Where's the national press? Where's The View? Where's Whoopi? Where's MSNBC? Crickets. You know, they were celebrating George Floyd. He died in police custody. Cities burned. Hell, this happened 1,000 miles from here, and we had stuff burned right here, not far from where I'm sitting. Jacob Blake was shot after attacking the police, and professional athletes boycotted games. Bunch of kneeling, a bunch of crap on the back of helmets. Black Lives Matter on basketball floors. But Larisha? Shh, nothing. No candlelight vigils on CNN, tweets from AOC, no sermon from that warlock, Raphael Warnock. Not one of the race hustlers who screamed Black Lives Matter showed up for this Black life. Because there's no political profit in it. No way to spin it into more government power. No chance to blame white supremacy. They say they care about justice, but their silence says otherwise. All right. Let's go ahead and have this uncomfortable situation or conversation. The real threat to Black America isn't a police officer on patrol. The numbers say so. Now, your particular emotions may be at the point where you think so because you've been told so, but the numbers, the reality, the statistics say not. What the numbers say, the stats, the reality says it's an open border. Thousands of illegal immigrants poured into this country, unvetted, unknown, many with violent criminal pasts. And you know where they're not heading? They're not heading to gated communities. They're landing in working class Black and Hispanic neighborhoods where they can fit in, where they can disappear, where they can continue their criminal, enterprises. They compete for jobs. They drain local resources. And some, like these 6 monsters, bring bloodshed. And when folks talk about it, they get labeled racist. They get labeled xenophobes. But this isn't about race. It's about law, sovereignty, and justice. Here's what you have to do. Say her name. Say her name. Larisha Thompson. Say her name. Write it down. Tweet it. Speak it. Let the world know what happened and who's responsible. Not just the 6 murderers, but the system that let them stay and the politicians that are continuing to fight to let them stay. The politicians and the judges that protected sanctuary cities, the activists who demonized ICE, the journalists that buried this story. They all have blood on their hands, every damn one of them. Here's what you can do. Share this story. Share it anywhere, everywhere. Contact your state representative. I said state representative. And demand real immigration enforcement, which means what you will tell them is that you want them and your state to cooperate with ICE. You want your police department to cooperate with ICE. You want your sheriff's department to cooperate with ICE. You want your state troopers, your state police to cooperate with ICE. You want real immigration enforcement. To act like this isn't happening is criminal. It's evil. It's evil. All right. Support families like Larisha's if a verified fund appears, like a give, like a send, give, go, or whatever that is, or GoFundMe. If that shows up and is verified, give something. Use your voice. Tell the truth, even if it pisses people off. Ask the tough questions. Where the hell is BLM? Where are you? Where are you, Al Sharpton? Jesse Jackson? Whoopi Goldberg? AOC? Where are you? I haven't heard you mention this. Kamala Harris? The woman who claims she cares about Black mothers? Where are you? You remember that picture where they're all kneeling? They got the black cloth on over their shoulder. They're all kneeling for the camera. Where is their outrage now? Damn hypocrites. So, because I'm really sick and tired of the selective outrage. That race is being used like a political ATM. And I'm tired of Black death being ignored unless it fits the narrative. Whether it's in utero, whether it's in our streets. This is a tragedy. And it was preventable. We can play the what if game, but think about this. If these folks weren't allowed to come in the country to start with, Larisha might still be alive. Those children may still have their mom. Her siblings would still have their sister. And all the folks that she helped in both of her jobs would still have her spirit here. Larisha Thompson deserved better. Her kids deserve better. And if we don't speak for her now, what we already know is that nobody will. This has been the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. Morning Report's production of fightbackmedia.com. Till we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you.